Hi, welcome back again. Today I'll just be freestyling. You know, I'll be freestyling about certain things concerning the application that I've built. Yeah, surprisingly, I would say this is not surprising. Like this is the this is like I've been out. It's been a long time since I've been out. I've been indoors for about a month now building this Zoomaa application, and I want to see how, I wanted to put all my attention on it and focus really well and build it, and I was able to do it within this month, at least to a certain extent where the application is what usable, right? To the MVP stage where the application is usable. People could pay on the app. Um, People could pay on the app, and there is live tracking and many other things. People could create trips. Companies could onboard. They could see their live fleets. Companies could see the live fleets of their applications. Of their buses. I mean, they could add staff to read. There are many functionalities that are built into the applications. Users could book a trip. They could add a trip to carts. They could track the buses that they have booked. Yeah, there is customer support, payment, mobile money integration, card integration, and many other features that are very vital for this application. So, as to the position of this application, I'll say I am quite satisfied with where the app has reached. I'm quite satisfied. There are a lot of improvement that will be needed in the future, but that will be per real world test, right? So there are many things you may not know, uh, I may not particularly know until people start using the application. But for now, here is where the project is. So one thing that has been dawning on my mind currently is with regards to the vision, right? What is the goal of this application? What is the broader vision that I have for this application? Some people have been asking me this question because the vision of the application determines what the app is and how long the not only the app, because the app is the company, so how long the company lasts for and how the company operates, right? So I have a couple of visions for the immediate future. I i plan on onboarding companies, travel companies like the Ghana travel companies, right? Example, VIP buses. I plan on onboarding them. I also plan on onboarding the Ghana Metro Mass, right? That is number one on my list because if the government buses are able to onboard, I believe the other companies will follow suit because uh, it would have set the tone for other travel companies to follow suit. So my number one objective is to get the Ghana Transport vehicles on the application because I I know it will be very beneficial to their day-to-day operations in terms of not only in terms of like a creating of trips and like let's say online booking and all of that. They have a real world analytics of how their operations are, right? Currently, I would assume most of their operations are manual, and the people take the money, and even if there has to be some accounting that is done, it is manually done, right? And we are in the technology phase. We are in the technology phase that cannot that is not a good standard for especially a premium company, uh, uh, like a whole government boss, right? Company, right? Uh, with this, I believe this platform will be able to service them right, in terms of the value that we bring them. What are the values that we bring them? We bring them real analytics, ease of what's onboarding, adding of staff. We are a platform um, that gives them a dashboard for what's day-to-day operation. Like we make things easier for them, um, in terms of keeping track of everything, right? This is a one-stop service where this is a one-stop product where they onboard and they have their dashboards and they are able to add everything they need within the entire within their day-to-day operations. Everything can be documented. It's not only limited to one location. Every location in Ghana, every region in Ghana could have their own service. So, for example, we have Metro Mars, right? And I believe it's state-owned, uh, and it's spread across all the regions in Ghana. So there there could be so since it's spread into multiple regions in Ghana, there are multiple administrators, right, and managers of the metro masses in every region. With that said, this dashboard or this application will serve them right in terms of that every region is able to get their own data and analytics, and the government could uh, easily track their operations, their day-to-day operations, how their money moves, where the current buses are. They have real life tracking data of where their buses are, how their buses are being filled, who onboarded their buses. They have a lot of data into their day-to-day operations, right? So the number one goal of this application is to onboard the major players in the transportation industry, right? In Ghana. I have some other visions of the Zoomer. I have some other visions for it. Um, Another one will be to trust, right? There isn't a product without trust. If the people using the product are not able to trust the product in its security and in its value, right? It becomes very difficult for people to continue using it, right? So that's the number one. I want to be a platform that is robust, that is functional, and that is able to withstand every load that is given to it, right? So the number one prerogative or the number one uh the number one goal, right? My number one goal is to ensure that the features we have on the platform are able to work flawlessly, like are robust enough to work flawlessly, right? And it's a system that is so dependable. People are able to depend on it, and it works without any issue, right? And also, um, with that said, another one is about security, right? We are able to handle how we are able to handle customer money, how we are able to refund it. All these systems have been built into it. I've built all the system into it to ensure a smooth way of operation and what transactions, right? A smooth way of transaction between both between both the companies and the consumers or the customers or the passengers, right? So between these two, I make sure that the transactions between the both are, are smooth, right? So that no one resents the other person, right? It took a lot of thinking, but it has been done, right? Aside from this, I eventually plan that once the application is getting traction in Ghana, uh, there are other users that are able to onboard, right, from other countries, right? I planned for it to be a cross-border transportation system where people could take buses from Ghana and go to other countries, like nearby countries like Cote d'Ivoire, Nigeria, Benin, like Burkina Faso, all these places, a transportation application that people are able to trust cross countries across the West Africa mainly, right? That is one objective of me also that I am looking into. Um, I know this run is not gonna be it's not gonna be it's not gonna be very easy, but I plan for it to be smooth, right? And how we as a company or I as a company or the product as a company is able to handle this is by ensuring the experience on the application it's it's flawless. Having a flawless experience makes it for makes it for a product that is able to speak for itself, right? A product that doesn't need uh, much of much of convincing the users, right, to use the product, but is able to stand alone and speak for itself, right? That is the number one goal. That is the second goal that I am thinking about cross country um, cross country transportation, right? Another one comes in for data, right? Data. Once people start onboarding and once people start using the application, there is gonna be volumes and volumes of data, and this data is very will become very vital to government entities and even to individuals, right, who want to build other applications, right? There will be valuable data in terms of what are the travel patterns of what most drivers, uh, which routes do most drivers take mostly, and why they take those routes. So since there is live tracking built into the application, there will be a way for the government or for for every individual to be able to see which routes are most efficient, right? This is a feature that is gonna be very important to the government in terms of their road constructions and all of that, right? Which routes are the most efficient? Which routes do drivers take mostly? Which routes are uh, sometimes or are mostly prevented, right? Which routes don't get a lot of traction, right? Uh, by drivers going through those routes, right? So with all this data, how long does it take for a bus to move from point A to point B, right? Where do data into where most people travel to the most, and all these informations are very vital to will be very vital to the government in terms of how to build their infrastructure, right? In order to ensure ease and smoothness, right, within places across the region. across the region in Ghana and eventually other countries also. So data, being a data infrastructure is also one one goal that I I am I am eventually gonna reach, and that's one goal that I have placed in mind while embarking on this journey, right? So these are a few things that I wanted to share regarding the application. Uh, Today, I have gone to a good location and I have a good view here. Uh, Unlike the most of my other videos have been from the house. Not that my house is not nice, but like this place is more of a formal setting that I'm currently at. So these are just some briefings or some insights into where Zoomaa as a company is and where I plan on pushing it, where I plan on directing this company to go, right? And I should be able to, with a lot of resilience and hard work, I should be able to reach my objectives. So stay tuned, and stay hopeful, and I'll bring you more updates on where Zoomaa as a company and as an application has reached which levels that we have reached. I'll be bringing you. I'll make sure to bring you live, consistent updates from this time onwards. Um, so that is it for today's video. If you have any questions, you can put it in the comment section. If you're in Ghana and you are watching this video and you have anything to say about it, you can leave your comments. If you're an investor also watching this video, uh, you can link up. Money is needed like for some other things, but like yeah, I plan on getting into that also very soon, and hope to see you guys again. Thank you. I am I am Samuel Z, founder and CEO of Zoomaa. Zoomaa is a transport application that I've built for Ghana, and I plan to expand to the whole of West Africa shortly. See you again.